Yo, what is up, everybody? I know I've been pretty ghost when it comes to making vlogs, but the reason why I've been so ghost is because I had made a promise to myself that I wouldn't make another one of these until I had actually released something. Because I could kind of get the vibe that you guys liked watching the vlogs, but you kind of just wanted to hear another song. And I understood that, so I really like stuck out until I released something. And as you all know, or if you don't know, then I'll even put the link in the description. I um I just came out with Christ in Hip Hop, the single featuring my boy Tyler Berean, and it is I thank you all so much. It has been received positively, extremely positively, overwhelmingly positively. Like I when I found out how many of you liked it and messaged me about how much you liked it, it literally, not even lying, like I literally like almost shed a tear just because like that was the first song that I've ever put out there that something like that happened. And so again, I just want to thank you all so much for those that have listened to it, and even if you haven't listened to it, you know, I'll even put the link in the description. And if you listen to the song and you didn't like it, I thank you anyway, just for taking the time to listening to it and giving me another view on the video. But yeah, man, I obviously haven't made a vlog since the beginning of actually last semester. Now I finished my first semester about 3 weeks ago. So obviously you can probably know that in the span of like what almost 5 months now, like a lot can happen. Um, so obviously I'm not gonna be. I mean, this would be like an hour long vlog if I thoroughly explained everything, but I can give a gist about just the general things that have happened. Um, well, no, I actually made a vlog my 18th birthday, yeah, because I was gonna say like I turned 18. So yeah, obviously I turned 18. I'm 18 now. It's obvious it's 2015 now. So way later this year, I'll be 19. 9 months later. So yeah, I'm not too worried about my birthday. It's not for 9 months. So yeah. Had a pretty good Christmas. I got to see my sister. I haven't seen her in a long time. Those of you that know me, I have quite a few siblings. I actually have 9 siblings, but most of them are half siblings. Like we have either have the same mom or different dads, or we have the same dad but a different mom. But I have 2 siblings where we have the same mom and the same dad, and those are the two ones that I connect with like mostly. I mean, I still connect with all my siblings, like just not as often as those two. Like, I actually just like about 10 minutes ago, I just got like done with a conversation with my brother, of 2.5 years, and we were just talking about life and stuff. He's turning 16 pretty soon. It's hard to believe he's getting that old. I still remember when we were both in middle school, and I was in 8th grade and he was in 6th grade. It's time flies so much now, man. And so yeah, I got to see my sister. She's about 2 years older than me. And she brought her boyfriend as well. Um, and as far as that goes, yeah, I had a pretty good Christmas. It was kind of funny because this Christmas actually um, was like the first Christmas where I really didn't know what I was getting. Because when I was in high school, like my mom would always ask me like, "Yo, what do you want for Christmas? I'll see if I can get it for you." Um, and that would be that. Like, I mean, last Christmas, I got a Wii. Like, I just for some reason I just wanted the Wii. I mean, I'm a video game collector. I play a lot of video games. It says that on my bio. Um, but yeah, I got a Wii for last Christmas because I specifically asked for a Wii. I mean, because at that time the Wii U had already been out for a year, so the Wii's by that time were like dirt cheap. So yeah, my mom was like, "Yeah, I can get you that," and then she got, because it was so cheap, she got me like a few like slightly expensive games as well. She got me Mario Galaxy. She got me Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. But that was last Christmas, and so this Christmas I wasn't really expecting what I was gonna get. I actually just got, believe it or not, my very first smartphone. This is a Nokia Lumia 635. I'm not gonna give out my phone number, but for those of you that have it, you have it. Um, but yeah, I got that, and I wasn't expecting that, and it was kind of an unexpected gift as well, because when I had finished my first semester, I got back to Harrisburg. I'm actually in Harrisburg right now, and I will be until Sunday, this upcoming Sunday. This is the time of this recording is about 4:30 on January 5th. So I leave January 11th to go back to Valley Forge for my second semester, the spring 2015 semester, and yeah, like I had worked 2 days for a family friend. He's the not the general manager, but the banquet manager over at a local hotel in Harrisburg, and he needed somebody to cover the shifts. And he had already brought it up to me like over Thanksgiving, and he asked me if I wanted to work there, and I told him yeah, like I totally need the money. So I worked that, and like the reason why it ties into the phone is because when I got to work that morning, um, I tried to look into my phone, and like my old phone, like you could always it had this little spot right here where if you like it was a touch phone. It wasn't a smartphone, but it was like touchscreen where you would push it up, and it would give you like the option to like well no, I'm trying to remember. I haven't used the phone in quite some time. Well, not like 3 weeks, but it would have like four options right here. Like it would have call and just stuff like that, and then it would have then there was one where it would just open it, and then for some reason none of them were there. Like I opened up my phone, I was like, wait, why is this not like why is the phone not doing it's supposed to do? And so then I opened up the back of it, and like the entire back was covered in battery acid. So I was like, oh crap. Like I sincerely thought I wasn't gonna have a phone for a while, but then my mom was just like, yeah, I ordered you a smartphone. So this was my big present this year. And I wasn't even supposed to get it. Like the most I was supposed to get this year was a tablet, and I mean I'm still grateful for it, but it's not as nice as the old tablet I had. The old tablet I had unfortunately like broke due to electronic errors. Um, yeah, I'm not even sure why it broke, but it did. Well, I know the screen cracked, so only like half the screen worked. I mean, it was still doable, but it wasn't like ideal. And then all of a sudden, it just stopped charging. Like I couldn't charge it or anything, so I ended up just tossing it. Um, and so I got a tablet, and then just everything else besides the phone and the tablet were just kind of like filler presents, which I was still grateful for. I don't think any present is a bad present. And so yeah, it was just like I got a lot of candy. I ate a lot of candy over this Christmas break. Um, I became a youth leader over at a church near Valley Forge. I have been a youth leader there since about the beginning of September. I don't think I mentioned it in my 18th birthday vlog, but I did that. I became a youth leader at a youth group. I connect with the youth really well. Obviously, nowadays, you know, the big style of music in high school is hip hop, and but unfortunately, like the kind of hip hop that everybody knows in public schools is like really like the secular nasty hip hop. I mean, and there are secular artists that like make good content. I'm not like denying that. Like there are secular rappers like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar where they make like they curse, but they make stuff that's worth listening to because it actually has a message behind it. But like then there's the rappers that like these kids that are listening to like you know like 2 Chainz and even Drake at times like and they're like hardcore talking about them like hardcore blasting their music. Not in church like at least not most of the time. I've never had like an experience where that happened. But like outside of church, like all they listen to is that kind of music. And so Pastor John, the pastor I work under, he was like, "Yo, James, like I want you to like help out with worship like tonight." And it was like one night, and like I think it was shortly after my birthday. I think it was like towards the end of October or the beginning of November. And I actually it was actually the first time because my dream has always been to play with a live band and to like eventually tour with a live band, and the worship band like helped me like spit the first verse of Giving My Life, and that was just an amazing experience. And after that, I mean, because for a while, like the youth, like they couldn't tell, like because for a while I didn't have a name tag, so they couldn't tell if I was just an older youth or if I was just a young youth leader. Um, and then that happened, and then like a lot of the youth started connecting with me, and then I actually have two like young guys in the youth group. One's in ninth grade, one's in 10th grade. That they really like seek to me for guidance, and it's just such an honor, man. Because I remember just a few months ago, I was looking at people, and I'm still looking at people like the same people that are giving me guidance about life. And then there's these young guys that I remember when I was in their shoes. I mean, I wasn't saved in ninth grade, but when I got saved in 10th grade, there's these young guys that are going through a lot of the same situations that I went through, and it just means so much that I can give them wisdom on the right steps to take and to, either healthily get out of the situation or healthily, get through the situation. And so that's just been an extreme blessing, man. I love being a youth leader. It's changed my life. I go every Wednesday and I go every Sunday, and even Sunday I do have the option to like go to the main service, but it's just like I just love being around the high school ministry because with my church, we're a pretty decent sized church. So like they have the option like to have like they have the main service, but also on Sundays they have like because usually with most churches, at least in my experience, they have like the midweek service, which is like they have a youth separate service, and then they have the Sunday service for the adults. But then Sundays, like everything is combined, which I mean, when I was in high school, I dealt with, but it wasn't ideal just because I was around a lot of like older people that like didn't understand me, and so I dealt with that, but it was like kind of hard. And then I just left. I go to Calvary Fellowship Church in Downingtown, PA, and they have like high school ministries on Sundays. They have middle school ministries on Sunday. Children, I'm pretty sure they do have children's ministry on Sunday. They just don't have it on Wednesday um, for some reason. I don't actually know the reason why they have it, but I mean, because I know like the middle school pastor, he has to like send his kids to because he has like really young kids to a church down the road that he's friends with the pastor. Um, but yeah, um, and I think as far as major events, oh wait, and I did become a youth ministry major. God struck me down on about October 23rd of this past semester, 2014. Uh, I had always been running away from God in terms of me going into the ministry. And I don't necessarily feel called to be a pastor. I don't really feel called to like, specifically only be a youth pastor. But I definitely do feel called to minister to the youth of America. And so God really shook me down. And I had a guy prophesy over me, and when he prophesied over me, he said that this man is going to preach the gospel in a unique way. And immediately when he said that, I knew he was talking about doing hip hop. And because I mean, like, man, hip hop has always been about free expression. Like, hip hop has always been about like saying what you want to say. And like me saying what I want to say, I want to talk about how much I love God, how much I believe in God. And so that's why he said that he's going to preach the gospel in a unique way. Because, like, yeah, like hip hop has always been about free expression. So this is the dawn of hip hop. It's always been about saying what you want to say. It's music is saying what you want to say. Like, and what I want to say is I want to talk about how much I love Jesus. I want to talk about how much I have a faith in God. And it's like, and it's so if you don't agree with what I say in the music, I'm cool with that. But this ultimately is the craft that God has bestowed on me. So I want to talk about God in this craft, in the craft that God has gave me. So ultimately, that's my way of preaching the gospel. And then God gave me a vision that one day I'm gonna start a ministry for young guys and girls that are struggling living in single parent or no parent homes, because like those of you that know my testimony, my story, like my dad was never around until like now. Like I mean I'm just now developing a relationship with my father, and I love my father, and but he wasn't around when I was a kid. And then my mom was just like, I mean, she was there but she wasn't really there, like, if you know what I mean. She always tried the best she had for me, but she has so many kids and she has so much stress on her that a lot of times she couldn't specifically pay attention to me. And so like for real, man, like I didn't have it. Like I didn't have a good parental situation when I was coming up. and it's just I feel like God is calling me to like minister to like youth one day that are in the same situation that I had to go through. And man, like I just love the youth of America. I think that in terms of the next generation, I think there's going to be some great leaders that rise up. I think this generation is going to be like a generation for God. Like I'm for real, man. And in terms of major events, I think that's it. I'm definitely gonna try to like cut these vlogs down. Like I remember my senior year, they were kind of just something to do because I didn't really have a lot to do my senior year. I mean, I know you guys enjoyed them, and that was I really appreciate that. And I did them for you guys. I just did them so often just because like my senior year I was like really like bored all the time, and so like and it was always a good intention to like get the content out to you guys, but I think I was putting out too many vlogs and not enough music. So I'm probably gonna cut these vlogs down to probably once a month, just so that way more events can happen. I mean, because there were sometimes I did vlogs in high school, and I didn't really have anything to talk about because nothing happened. And so I'm gonna cut these down to once a month. So the next um, vlog I do will probably be at the end of this month. Most likely in like the couple days in the in the first couple days of February. Because for those of you that either follow me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, you know that I haven't announced it yet, but it's like because I can't. That's something I'm going to be performing somewhere that I haven't traditionally performed at, like this style of like place. This is going to be my biggest like ministry slash performance opportunity I've ever had since I became a Christian and have taken Christian hip hop seriously, and or at least taken hip hop seriously from a Christian point of view. Um, the 31st, that's going to happen. I will announce it when I am allowed to announce it. I just can't announce it until the flyers are released. And I promise you they're going to be all over Facebook, whether you're my friend on Facebook or my Jano Moore page on Facebook, whether you follow me on Twitter or whether you follow me on Instagram. It's going to be on there. Like, the only way you would not see it is if either you don't follow me or you would never look on my page. And even if you don't follow me, don't look on my page, I won't be offended. But yeah, man, it's like I said, like I couldn't thoroughly explain everything that happened just because like this vlog is already going on 18 minutes. Just because it's talking about this whole last 4 or 5 months. I could go out for hours talking about everything. But yeah, man, I think just for now, I think that's everything that's happened. So expect the next vlog to be in the first couple days of February. Just talking about everything that's happened from now until the 31st. So expect that. And Christ in Hip Hop, as far as the project go, it's 12 tracks as of right now. I am going to be releasing 3 singles, and then the entire project as a whole will be, the release date will be announced probably shortly after I release the 3rd single, because I'm gonna try to release the 3rd single. I haven't released the 2nd one yet. I'm gonna release the 3rd single when the whole project is done. I'm actually taking this like project a lot more serious than I was in the past. Like I used to always say I can't get things done, but maybe like it was partly because of that. But another thing was I just wasn't working hard. I have been working hard. Like just earlier this morning, I was writing some lyrics to an instrumental, and so I don't have much done right now. But I'm not going to guarantee it. But my goal is to have the entire project out at least by the end of the summer, so in August. So, and if I don't, with all the equipment I have now, and all the people I know, like if I don't get this out in 7 months, it's just because of me being lazy. So I'm definitely gonna work hard for you guys, for God, for every one of you that has helped me get to where I am today. I'm working on this project for you and for the Lord Almighty. So I love all of you so much, and Jesus loves you more. And like I said in my previous videos, like if you ever want to message me like through Twitter or through Facebook, if you want to add me on Facebook, I'll send you my Facebook link. And yeah, man, just please don't hesitate to contact me. Even if you're not going through anything, even if you just want to talk, I will make time to talk to you. So, alright, man, this has been Jay No More, and I will catch all of you later. Peace out.